So, you've been dreaming about retiring abroad, right? But the sheer number of options can feel, well, a little overwhelming. Every year, the rankings shift, things change, and it's hard to keep up. That's what we're here for. We're going to dive in and break down the brand new list for 2025 to find the absolute best spots in the world to kick off your next chapter. But let's ask the big question first. What really makes a place the best? I mean, is it just about finding a beautiful beach and some cheap wine? Or is there a little more to it? You know the answer. The perfect retirement is really a mix of things that have to click for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. You see, the rankings we're about to go through aren't just about pretty pictures. No, they're built on the stuff that actually matters every single day. Can you afford to live well without stress? Is the healthcare any good? Do you feel safe? Do you feel welcome? These are the real, practical pillars of a happy retirement.
Okay, so with those all-important criteria in mind, let's kick off the countdown. We're starting at number 10, and we're going to work our way right up to the top dogs. Let's see who made the cut for 2025.
Kicking things off at number 10, we have the exotic paradise of Thailand. And the appeal is obvious, right? An incredibly low cost of living. I mean, we're talking a comfortable life for as little as $1,000 a month. Plus, you've got famously friendly people and excellent healthcare. But, and there's always a but, the heat and humidity are no joke. And if you're dreaming of buying your own place, the strict rules on foreigners owning property can be a real deal breaker.
All right, coming in at number 9, it's Italy, the cultural dream. I mean, who hasn't pictured themselves sipping wine in a Tuscan village? The amazing part is that if you get away from the big tourist hubs, the cost of living can be surprisingly low. But here's the reality check. Italian bureaucracy is legendary, and not in a good way. It is so tough to navigate that one survey ranked it the second worst place for expats trying to get things done. Ouch. At number 8, we sail over to Greece. If you want affordable island living in Europe, this is pretty hard to beat. You get those postcard-perfect coastlines and that amazing Mediterranean lifestyle for as little as $1,200 a month. So what's the catch? Well, a lot like its neighbor Italy, the bureaucracy moves at a snail's pace. Expats will tell you that getting anything done often depends more on who you know than what the rules say.
Next up at number 7 is Malaysia. Somebody once called it a low-income Singapore. And that's actually a pretty great description. You get amazing modern infrastructure, fantastic internet, top-notch healthcare, and English is spoken everywhere, which makes life so much easier. The downside? Well, the weather is hot and humid pretty much all year round. And for your friends and family back in North America, it's a very, very long and pricey flight.
Sliding into the number 6 spot is Spain, a classic choice and a perennial favorite. It just delivers on that European charm with a vibrant lifestyle, great healthcare, and a fantastic visa for retirees. But, and this is a big one, you've got to watch the money side. Housing costs in popular spots like Madrid and Barcelona are really climbing, and you have to be ready for Spain's high taxes, which can even include a wealth tax.
And cracking the top 5 is France, which actually jumped up 4 spots from last year. And the reason is simple: healthcare. France has one of the absolute best public healthcare systems on the planet, and once you're a resident, you're in. Get this, a doctor's visit can cost as little as $26. The main hurdle, though? It's the language. In France, learning French isn't just a nice-to-have. If you really want to live there and not just be a tourist, it's absolutely essential.
Just missing out on a medal, at number 4 we have Mexico. For North Americans, the appeal is just undeniable. It's close to home, it's incredibly affordable, and there's a huge welcoming expat community already there to help you settle in. Now, you do have to do your homework on safety in certain regions, that's for sure. And here's a pro tip on logistics you can't forget. You must apply for your residency visa from your home country before you pack your bags and move.
Okay, this is it. The moment we've all been waiting for. We have arrived at the podium. These are the top 3 best places in the entire world to retire for 2025. Let's see who's taking home the bronze.
Taking 3rd place is Costa Rica. Famous for its pura vida, the pure life. It's a stable, democratic nature lover's paradise. You get great health care and a massive expat community. But that paradise definitely comes with a price tag. The cost of living is way higher than in neighboring countries, and honestly, it can feel just as expensive as the US sometimes. Also, that relaxed Tico time culture is a real thing, and it can drive you crazy if you're used to things happening on schedule.
And this quote from an expat living there really says it all. You can't just pack up your old life and expect it to work in Costa Rica. You have to adapt. If you try to force a fast-paced, American-style life there, you're just going to burn out. The key to being happy is to embrace the local way of doing things.
All right, time for the silver medal. The second best place to retire in the world in 2025 is Portugal.
For years, this country has been at the top of pretty much every list, and for very good reason. It's one of the safest, most affordable countries in Western Europe, with modern healthcare and a great visa for retirees. But, and this is a really big but, the secret is out. Portugal is dealing with a serious housing crisis, and prices in Lisbon have become, quote, shockingly expensive. On top of that, a really popular tax break for new residents just ended this year, which totally changes the financial picture for a lot of people.
And now for the #1 spot. The single best place in the world to retire in 2025 based on all the data is
Panama. It takes the top spot because it basically checks every single box. We're talking beautiful weather, an economy that uses the US dollar, low taxes on income you earn elsewhere, and excellent affordable healthcare. It's modern, it's safe, and it truly welcomes retirees with open arms.
But the biggest reason Panama is #1 is this: the Pensionado Visa. It is an absolute game changer. You can qualify for permanent residency with a pension of just $1,000 a month. $1,000! And it doesn't just let you live there, it gives you massive discounts on everything from flights and hotels to movie tickets and prescription medicines. It is, without a doubt, one of the best retirement programs on the entire planet.
So let's put our top 3 side by side really quick. Costa Rica offers that incredible Pura Vida lifestyle, but it's the most expensive of the 3. Portugal has that classic European safety and culture, but you're facing a tough housing market. And then you have our champion, Panama, offering the lowest cost of living of the top 3, combined with those just unbeatable visa and tax benefits.
So there you have it, the top 10 list for 2025. But you know, the story doesn't just end here. The whole world of retiring abroad is always changing.
And if you want proof, just look at who fell off the top 10 this year: Ecuador and Colombia. Both of them were really strong contenders in the past, but things changed, and now they've been replaced. It just goes to show you how important it is to have the most up-to-date information when you're making a decision this big.
In the end, lists like this are just a starting point. They show you the best options based on the data. But what the data can't tell you is where you'll feel at home, or where you'll find your people, or where you'll just be happy. That part, that's all you. So the real question isn't what's on our list. The real question is, what will your retirement story be?